Hello everyone, Chris Campbell here in the shop again this evening. I'm going to be sharing with you the tutorial, um, the secret of my routine of the nickels to dime routine. So here on the table we have the nickels to dime. We have 4 nickels and we have 4 dimes. We also have the brass cap, and we have a ring which will play an important role in a moment. And last but not least is the shell. This is the secret, and I'm going to share with you. So it looks like a nickel, and even the side looks like nickels, but it's a shell. Now when you get the trick, it's called nickels to dimes. They sell for about $9 at any magic shop. You get the brass cap, you get the shell, and you get what is called the bang ring. This is the secret. Now what you will have to do is take another nickel and glue it to the shell, which is what I've done here. Okay? So now to set up the routine that I do is you want to take the 4 nickels and place them into the shell. Alright, so we'll put that over to the side. You want to take the bang ring, which is the secret, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. Place that over to the side or underneath your table. Now for the brass cap. You want to take your 4 nickels and place them into the brass cap. Okay. Now you're ready to begin. Now before you start the show, what you want to do is take the cap or the shell with the 4 dimes and do what is called a hand palm. So you place them into the center of your palm where your meat will hold them. Okay? Just like so. Now you keep your hands naturally placed, except you do not want to spill them. So what you want to do is just be sure that you keep them naturally placed, like so. Then you say, now I've got to show a trick for you. We have 4 nickels, and you spread them out. And you have the audience member to examine the 4 nickels. They examine the 4 nickels. Now you have them to examine the brass cap. And while they're examining the brass cap, you take the 4 nickels and you replace them with your other hand. Now you drop the other nickels in your little pouch below the table. You say, I'm going to take the 4 nickels, place them onto the table, make sure that they're perfectly lined up, and I'm going to take the brass cap. You place the brass cap on top. You have the spectator to put their hand down on top. You tell them, now with 4 nickels we have 20 cents, but with today's inflation and the high cost of everything going up, but wouldn't it be neat if we could make the money double? By snapping your fingers, you show that you now have 4 dimes. And now everything can be examined. And the reason for that is because the shell of the nickels is now locked inside of this cap. They will not see it, they will not find it. No matter how much they examine it, they will not find it. Now for the next part, you take the 4 dimes, you say 1, 2, 3, 4. You shake them up and you say, I'm going to place them over here in the hand. When you do that, what you're actually doing is you're placing, and I'm going to break it down for you, so we'll place them 1, 2, 3, 4. You shake them up. You do a fake drop. You bring it back, and as you're doing so, what you're actually doing is you're allowing the dimes to fall into your right hand. Okay? So you pretend that the dimes are over here. You place the brass piece down. Then you ditch the dimes and you pick up the ring. Okay? Or not at this point, you just ditch the dimes, I'm sorry. So you wave your hand, show your hands empty, and say that now you have no dimes, but you have a brass cap. You allow them to look at it. Now while they're looking at it, your right hand steals the ring. You do a palm. So now once they get through examining it, you show the brass ring and you do a switch. And you basically ditch the brass. When you snap your fingers, you now show them that you have a ring and you put it on your thumb and say, now I have a nice shiny ring for Bike Week. And that is the trick. Now the secret part to this trick, and I'm going to get it out. So when you get the nickels to dimes, you get the brass cap and this piece. This is called the bang ring. This is the secret. This is the cap. Inside the cap is the shell of the nickels. So to unlock it, you have to put the shell inside and bang it several times. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times. And now the shell will come out. And now you're ready to start the routine over. So now you have the brass cap, the shell with the dimes, which also looks like a nickel, and then the brass or the bang ring is what I use as my biker ring. Now when I do shows, I actually have rings on all 5 of my fingers. So this actually adds to the routine when I don't have one on my right finger. It's basically the finishing product of the rings on my hand. But it's a very foolish trick. It's foolproof. I've fooled many magicians. I've won different awards at SAM, FISM, International Magician Society, the IBM with this particular routine. This is a routine that I have come up with that is the nickels to dimes, my style. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to book me for any shows or cruise ships, magic shows, TVs, birthday parties, contact my booking agent, The Bash, or contact me directly, Chris Campbell Magic, and you can see me here on YouTube. Have a wonderful evening.